Hey guys, it's Christian. I'm the Scruffy Knitter here on YouTube. I'm starting this channel because there's not really a lot of videos of guys who knit or any kind of information about, guys knitting. So I thought this would be a pretty good outlet to do like a vlog. People can post reply videos and comments and stuff, just to kind of see who's out there doing the same thing that I am. I know there's other people out there that probably guys that knit. It's not weird. Um, Actually, knitting started with guys back during the old times when people, had to make their own clothes and socks and stuff like that. And then it became a women's thing where women were staying at home. Yada, yada, yada. You can look up the whole history on Google. It's pretty interesting. So I just want to kind of just go over stuff that that I've done, things that I find out. I kind of do like review videos of needles and yarns and stuff like that on this channel. Um, and as far as show some finished objects that I've made, I want to see stuff that you guys make. So if you have response videos, just like updates and stuff, the things that you do. But I'll just go over, start from the basics. My name's Christian. I said that before. I live in Southwest Florida. I've been knitting now for about 11 years. I learned from a little lady in Michaels. She basically just showed me the basics. She's like, "Oh, this is how you cast on, and this is how you go through a whole row and then turn." Just knitting though, no purling or cabling or anything like that. Just like the bare minimums. So I took it from there. Got a couple knitting books and learned how to do more complex stuff. My first step was ribbing, which was really fun. So I'll just kind of go over some stuff that I made over the years. So I have a lot of animals, and some of them are naked. Me and my husband breed naked cats and munchkin cats, so they're awesome, little sphinx. So they need clothes every now and then. So this is one of the sweaters that I started making when I first started to make animal clothing. They're sewed together. They kind of look like crap, but it's just a basic ribbing because that's what I knew how to do. And I left armholes. Funny story is when I first started, the first one I did, I forgot to leave space for the armhole, so I made a tube. That was pretty interesting. And this is another one that I made for one of the dogs. That's three different color yarns, very wide ribbing. Yeah, wasn't too complex. And this is the bottom of it, and you see where I like had to sew them together. Well, I didn't. Too lazy. I didn't feel like changing the yarn colors, and you can't see on the bottom anyway. So I just sewed it up in that one color there. That's for the Boston. And here's another one. This was for the Shih Tzu, a little smaller. I actually did leave in both of these little areas where their leash can go through. You can see that there. And that's the bottom of that one. I've made a couple other ones that are a little more intricate. I'll see if I can find some of them. They're somewhere around here. But then this year, I've decided I'm going to do some Christmas clothing items. So this is a little cat scarf for when we do the Christmas pictures for the Christmas card. Took about 10 minutes to do the little scarf itself, and then the pom poms took me forever. I hate them. I wish they would die, but they look good, so I made them. This is a little sweater for one of the cats. It's a little more advanced. I also did this one in circular. I learned how to use circular needles not too long ago. At first, I was just like, I don't need to use those. I can use straight needles and just sew it together. Realized I don't like sewing that much, so I do everything circular now. It makes it a little bit more finished. It's just one piece of fluid fabric that goes, or yarn that makes one pattern that goes all the way around. No sewing needed. This one does have cables in it. Decided to try out some of those on a sweater and trim. This is a little bigger one for one of our bigger cats. It's got a cable going down the middle and then a rib belly on there. She hates it, but we put it on her anyway because we have to take pictures. This one is for the Boston. It's got a giant cable on it. I'll do an how-to video on how to do cables. This one's also done on circular, so there's no sewing. It teaches you how to leave the armholes in the pattern. I'll put that up if I can find it again. This is a cat sweater. This is for the Sphinx that was pregnant. She just had babies last week, actually. So they're going on to 1.5 weeks now. They're really cute. So she's got little cables on hers. Again, it's one fluid round. And here's another one for her daughter, who's in there. She's got ribbing and cables, which looks pretty cool. And then I had leftover yarn from the both of those two patterns, so I decided to do a Fair Isle one with the two, also for the other Sphinx cat. So it has, I don't know if you can see them too on the light, but it's got little flowers on it. And I'll do a how-to video on how to Fair Isle. It's really easy once you get the hang of it. Just it carries on the inside. I'll see if I can show it to you. You're actually carrying the yarn over instead of like intarsia knitting where you cut it. So you actually have like these long trailing. It kind of sucks a little bit trying to get them inside these sweaters because their little toes get caught and stuff. But once it's on, it's on. That one, all the ones starting with the Christmas ones I've done since the end of October. Now I'm in like full swing, got to make Christmas presents. So I'll go in order of those. So I made my dad a scarf. I'm gonna send up north. I don't know if you can tell the pattern on there. It's kind of got a trim on it around here, and then in the middle I did like a kind of back and forth purling knitting, so it looks pretty cool. It also changes colors, so it goes black, dark gray, a little bit lighter gray, even lighter gray, and then cream. So it's like a really thick, long scarf, but pretty man, gonna wear it. Let's see. I attempted my fate with some socks this year. I tried my first pair on double points. I'd never used double pointed needles either. Like I said, I was doing the basics. So these are those socks. This is a men's size 12 according to the pattern. Um, I had to sew the toes, which I wasn't really a fan of. I didn't know how to knit the Kitchener stitch at the time, which is the one you use to close socks. But I mean, they came out fine. They're made out of Patton's classic wool. It's like a four, I want to say four. What's the weight for? I use double point sevens, which they're awesome. I tried with the Susan Bates needles. They're like the metal ones. These at first. I didn't really care for them as much because the stitches would slide off really easy, or if your hands get sweaty like mine do, they kind of like the stitches stick. So I then went and got bamboo ones, and the same thing happened with the sweaty palms. So there's a lot of surface tension there, so I didn't like those. So I went to my local needlecraft store down near the beach, and they carried Knitter's Pride. These are amazing. If you can get your hands on a pair, they make them in circular, straight needles, and double points. Basically, anything you can find in the store, they have it in Knitter's Pride. But they're like, I feel like they're made out of wood, but they're really smooth. And even if your hands sweat, your stitches don't stick as bad. So that's what I use for those socks there. Unfortunately, I didn't read the label, and they're not machine washable, so we have to hand wash these socks. So that is just a disclaimer on using Patton's classic wool. This is another pair I did, the second pair. These actually came out perfect. I learned how to knit the Kitchener stitch. So if you can see, it looks like the entire toe of the sock here was knitted together instead of sewn. So it just looks like you just knit the entire thing and cast off with a knit stitch instead. These came out really good. These are for my sister. They're going to go up north as well. And then my aunt, she likes the Steelers, so I made her this quick skinny scarf. Took me one night to do, and it's really, really long. She's like, I like them long and skinny because if they're too thick, I have hot flashes. I was like, okay. So that's that. And then in my current whip box, work in progress, I just carry this little tote around to work and everywhere else I go. Right now, I'm doing another scarf, a wool scarf for my other aunt. I got her name for Secret Santa, so I probably shouldn't post this video. I just don't tell her I posted it. But I'm doing a little bit different scarf. It's sand stitched. The pattern for that is knit one, purl one across the row, knit the next, and then purl one, knit one the next row, and then knit the next row, and just repeat that pattern over and over. So it looks pretty cool. It does curl in though. You can tell it's like curling inside, so I have to block it when I get done. And I'll do a how-to video on blocking as well, probably with this since I don't have one, and show you how to do that to where it lays flat. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'll finish this tonight. It's long too. And I'm probably going to make this into an infinity so that way she can, make it into a cowl or whatever she wants to do with that. And let's see. Back in the box. So I don't know if you guys have like needle stores around where you're at, but a lot of places have like Joann's and Michael's and stuff like those kind of places, which are cool. You know, you get coupons and things to go shopping. I had a bit of a splurge this year. Black Friday happened, and it happened in a good way for me, bad way for my bank account. I bought 37 skeins of yarn in about 2 hours. So I'll go through my haul. This is one basket. I bought a bunch of this color. It's gray heather. Yeah, it's Burnett Softy Chunky yarn. I actually really like it. It's a quick knit. You use size 11 stitches. See that there? I bought 10 of these for the Afghan, the cabled Afghan I'm gonna do. It was just a pattern that I saw in the store, and I was like, oh, I really like it. So I'm gonna try and do that. That'll start on January 1st. So there. Oh, I just have things. So this is the bin of yarn. That is all types of yarn. They were all like $1.88 each per skein. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta get them all. So I got one of like every color and then multiples of some colors. So there's a lot of that. This is my leftover yarn bin. So if I have a project that I finish and there's like leftover yarn, I just throw it in that bin. So that's that. As far as local needlework stores go, they have a lot of stuff that Joann's don't carry. So you can get different stitch counters and different types of nicer yarns. I'll show you one. I plan on doing a pair of socks for my other sister with fingering yarn. I actually put it in a Ziploc bag because they wind it for you, and it's a little bit thinner, but it's really soft. So this I will be doing on a size 2 double pointed needle, which I have them somewhere around here. I went ahead, the lady convinced me to buy the Knitter's Pride needles while I was there to go with the yarn, and she also gave me a free pattern. So you get pretty cool stuff if you find local stores to go to. They give you like deals and stuff like, oh yeah, if you shop here, we'll give you this. They also have different types of knitting classes or knitting groups that you can join. The one here meets on like Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., which I can get a lot done in that amount of time. Just gonna throw that out there. So usually it's a lot of little older women, so it's pretty fun to go there and hang out and see what they're doing. People bring in their huge projects and then yours or a pair of socks, and you're like, oh well, I've got socks. That's how I felt anyway. But it's pretty cool. Some lady gave me a coupon to Joann's, and then a knit magazine, cast on. So it has like a different bunch of patterns and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to get connected to your community, see what's out there. And there's other people who knit and enjoy knitting as much as you do. Or if you're just starting out, that's a good way to get started, get introduced to the hobby itself, and meet other people. And then let's see. I went to a store, 30 minutes south of where I live now today. It was pretty quaint. It was a little bit bigger than the store that's here in town. They had a lot of different types of yarns, again, a lot of different types of needles. So I'm probably going to go there and get a couple different types and try them out and put up videos of how I like them or don't like them. Um, they have no returns or exchanges there, so it's pretty funny. So I'll learn to like them and love them. Today I went there and the lady introduced me to what's called their scarf kit. It was a nice scarf. She didn't have one for a demo, just a picture of one, and it had like beading and ribbons and nice, I guess, type of yarns like mohair, I think I want to say. And she's like, "Oh yeah, it comes just one little bundle, and you just knit the whole thing, and it comes out really nice. It's just $200, and it would be a great gift for Christmas." And I had already stopped listening. I was like, she said $200, like what? Like, is this Dolce and Gabbana type scarf? Because you're just showing me a pile of yarn with some beads on it, and I'm not paying $200 for that. I can get Softy Chunky for $3.99. So then she proceeds to take me over to the Afghan that they made in the store, and she's like, "Yeah, this is $1,000 worth of yarn," and my hands were like, I was so nervous. I was like, "Oh my god, it's really nice to look at." I was like, "Do you actually get under that blanket? Because I would never touch it." And she's like, "Oh no, it's just for show." I was like, "Well, what's the point of making an Afghan if you don't get under it?" So I went through the store, looking at their yarns, like $31 a skein. And I was like, huh. They're really nice though, like 100% silk, alpacas, different types of stuff like that. Um, I walked out with a $13 pair of knitting needles because that's what I needed, and I'm not gonna buy all that. They actually were having a special though, and they gave out a free skein of yarn with a pattern to make a hat. So I got that, a little baggie. So yarn, pattern for free. So it's pretty cool. Things that you get at local shops that you would not get at a big box store or chain. So that's just one outlet. So I just wanted to post this introduction video, just see how you guys are getting along as far as starting out, or see some updated projects that you guys have. I'll keep making videos, stuff that I finish. I usually try and do like at least 2 things, 3 things a month. This month obviously it's December now, so I'm trying to check out stuff for Christmas. But I'll keep you guys posted on the Afghan that I start January 1st. But just post replies, how your name or whatever, where you're at, how long you've been knitting, anything you would like me to post videos of as far as how tos and tutorials, stuff like that. So just let me know what you want to see, and I'll try and make it work. But thanks for meeting you guys, and thanks a lot for watching.